Alright, so if you clicked on this video, I'm assuming you guys know who Baby Keem is. He is the cousin of Kendrick Lamar, and most people heard of Baby Keem through the Family Ties song that he has with Kendrick, and some others like myself got introduced to Baby Keem in 2019. It was around the time when he dropped the track Orange Soda, which had some motion during that time, especially during the pandemic. And Baby Keem is still one of my favorite artists right now, and that's the reason why I'm making this video. And I honestly feel like Baby Keem is wasting his potential, because Baby Keem hasn't dropped an album since 2021, and the album he dropped that year was the Melodic Blue, which was a success, which sold about 53k copies first week, and the album debuted at number 5 on the Billboard 200. And the Melodic Blue has achieved significant success since its release, with the album being platinum at the time of this recording. The album was also critically well received, with a Grammy-winning single, Family Ties, featuring Kendrick Lamar, and the Melodic Blue got mostly good reviews, like really good reviews. It was a pretty good project, Baby Keem's best project for sure, and Baby Keem even executive produced and co-produced the majority of that album. Some people don't know that Baby Keem is a producer as well. Dude's talented. Like, at this point, Baby Keem was more visible than ever. But we're in 2025 now, and it's about to be 2026. Long gaps between projects can slow down the momentum, especially for newer artists like Baby Keem, despite him being next to Kendrick and all that. Like, it doesn't matter. Kendrick can take 4, 5, 6 years off if he wants, because he's built a fan base. He's solidified. He can do that. But when you're a new artist, like a Baby Keem, despite you being related to Kendrick, you can't do that. It doesn't matter. There's no reason why you should be doing that. Like, you just got on the scene. And as a newer artist, you need to solidify your presence. And Baby Keem didn't do that at all. Like, he came in the game and people felt his presence at first, but then dipped right after. He didn't strike while the iron was hot. Like, Baby Keem was hot. He had hella momentum. And one thing about Baby Keem, he would do occasional features. And if he does do a feature, most likely it's on a Kendrick Lamar project. But in a way, I feel like he's too over-reliant on Kendrick Lamar. Like, many associate Baby Keem's rise with Kendrick Lamar, of course, because that's his biggest song with Kendrick Lamar. That's how people got introduced to him, a lot of people. And while collaborating with his cousin helped his visibility tremendously, some people feel like he hasn't fully established his own identity, because he's always with Kendrick Lamar. Like, and there's times where they sound very similar. Of course, there's that whole ghostwriting situation and stuff, where there was reference tracks that leaked of Kendrick Lamar rapping to one of the Baby Keem songs that he gave to Baby Keem. It was actually a few of them, but we weren't really surprised. At least I wasn't surprised when those reference tracks leaked. You can tell Kendrick was penning some of the stuff that Baby Keem was doing in the music. And it kind of sucks, because I really like Baby Keem as an artist. He's a young dude. He got energy. I love his style when he raps. Of course, very similar to Kendrick Lamar, of course. But critics would argue that his best songs often involve Kendrick, and it shouldn't be like that. Yeah, Kendrick was the one that put you on. He may have helped you with this and that, but you have to establish yourself, by yourself. Like, you're Baby Keem. You need to start going out and doing features with other artists, experimenting more of your sound. Like, and he's a young dude too. At the time of this recording, he's 20. I think he just turned 25, maybe a week ago or something like that. Like, bro is literally wasting his potential, because the Melodic Blue showcased flashes of experimentation and versatility, melodic, aggressive, and introspective moments. But he didn't fully explore any of them deeply, because it was only that one project. We need more music from him. Like, bro really has potential to push boundaries sonically, but he seems hesitant to commit to a defining artistic direction. And he said he looked up to Kendrick and Kanye, and you can see Baby Keem does have potential to tap in certain pockets like that. He's just not doing that. Like, all that mysterious stuff, that shit don't really work anymore. Only certain artists can do that, to be honest. Some artists could take them years off and then come back and change the sound or make an impact, breaking the internet, etc. But Baby Keem, you haven't earned that yet. You got to put in the work. Like, you drop one major he's dropped projects before, but like the Melodic Blue was like the project when he was in in the mainstream, and you just disappear after that. You did some interviews, some press for that project, did some concerts. He'll pop out with Kendrick Lamar from time to time on his tour and stuff as a special guest, things like that, but he hasn't earned the right to just disappear like that as an artist. And then when he comes back in the scene, eventually he's going to come back, I hope. But when he does come back, it's going to be tough to get that spark again. You don't have that much of a fan base for you to be doing that. You do have a fan base. People are waiting for you, but it's not as strong as a Kendrick Lamar, or not even Kendrick, even any other artist that's been in the industry for a few years, like for quite some time, that's built a fan base. He hasn't really built a tight fan base just yet. And yeah, I'm a fan of Baby Keem and his music and all that, but he's not perfect as an artist. He can get better, because Keem's energy and flows are very strong, but lyrically he sometimes relies on the surface level flexes and the quirky lines without that much depth. Like, we feel like we don't really know Baby Keem like that, because when Kendrick Lamar came on the scene, like officially with the mainstream and all that, he came out with Good Kid, Mad City. We knew Kendrick Lamar's story. We got to know how he, like, even the cover of Good Kid, Mad City, it's him. It's a whole story about him, how he grew up, telling the story of a single day in his adolescence in Compton with skits and all that. It was like a short film listening to the album from beginning to end. Throughout Good Kid, Mad City, Kendrick navigates themes of peer pressure, gang violence, love, temptation, pretty much reflecting on the struggle to maintain innocence and escape his environment in Compton, because where Kendrick Lamar grew up, it wasn't sweet. Like, that whole album was like a short film, and that album is considered a classic album. Yeah. But for Baby Keem to just come on the scene hot, especially with the cosign of Kendrick Lamar, and then disappear 4 or 5 years later and expect every single person to care again, that's gonna be tough. Of course, people still care about Baby Keem. We want the project to drop. That's why I'm recording this video, obviously. But despite that, I don't know. I feel like he's missed his cultural presence. Like, despite his talent or whatever we like him for, he hasn't really cultivated a strong public persona or movement around his brand. Other artists, for example, like a Playboi Carti, they've built subcultures around their sound and aesthetic. Keem hasn't yet capitalized on that opportunity. And with him being young and all that, having that type of sound, him having all this motion, he could have been one of the new school guys to be taking over right now, to be honest. Like, we don't know the direction he's gonna be going in his next era. Eventually he's going to drop, but fans don't have a clear sense of what Baby Keem stands for musically or thematically right now, to be honest, because without consistent updates or a cohesive narrative, there's a risk of the hype fading before his next big release. And it's looking kind of, I don't know if it's looking slow, it's just not looking too good for Baby Keem right now. Like, bro needs to be dropping a project, something. I don't know. Do you guys agree with me? Do you feel like Baby Keem is taking too long to drop a project, or do you guys enjoy waiting for his project? Like, does it make you feel more connected? Is it building more hype, or do you feel like the hype has died down? I don't know. You guys let me know what you guys think down below. And with all that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next one.